Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. Today we are showcasing a popular mod called Ecologics, which updates and adds certain features to Minecraft biomes, including the desert biome, plains biome, Lush Caves biome, and more. So don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get into the good stuff. The coastal update introduces some great new features to the beach biomes all across your world. The updated biome includes coconut trees, and these are made out of coconut wood, and you can use this wood to craft pretty much anything vanilla wood will let you create. Coconuts will also fall from the trees, and when they do, they drop 2 coconut slices which can actually be eaten. This has the same effect as milk and will remove any effects from you. Once you have eaten the coconut slices, you will be left with the coconut husk, which can be crafted into bowls, or you can compost it. Occasionally, when a coconut drops from a coconut tree, the coconut turns into a coconut crab. These little creatures are friendly, but don't aggravate them as they will defend themselves. However, their shell can be broken and they will instead run away. If you do decide to kill them, they have a chance to drop crab claws, which can be cooked into crab meat and then eaten. You can also use the crab meat with a coconut slice to craft tropical stew, which can also be eaten. You can also use the claws as shears. Some extra features in the beaches also include seashells. These can just be found scattered across the floor and you can pick them up. What's cool about these shells is that it can be made into a couple of things, including blocks, stairs, slabs, walls, and tiles. You can also use the seashells to craft sandcastles. As well as being a great decoration, you can use the sandcastles to protect turtle eggs which have been laid. This will protect them from any damage from mobs, especially zombies, and what's even better is that baby turtles will still hatch. A new music disc has also been added, which can be found in buried treasure chests hidden across the world. The desert update brings more new features to the deserts. One of the new features includes the camel. The camel can be tamed similarly to horses, where all you need to do is just sit on them, but they will knock you off, so you just need to persevere until they are tamed. You can do a couple of things with camels, one of them being attaching chests to them. This way you will have a bit more extra storage when travelling. Another cool feature is that up to 2 players can ride the camel as well. They can be fed dead bushes and cacti to get healed, and they can be fed prickly pears to breed them. Prickly pears can be found sprouting off cacti growing in the desert, and this can be eaten to restore some hunger. However, it will damage you slightly. You can avoid this damage by cooking the prickly pear and then eating it. Another feature of the desert update is that small ruins can be found scattered across the deserts. They will have a chance to spawn with a pot, and these pots have a couple of uses. You can break the pots to collect any loot inside, but you can also shift right click them with a pickaxe to change the pattern shown on it. To create a pot, you simply need to put 7 terracotta, and it can actually hold up to 9 individual items in it, but you can only access those items if you break the pot. The pot works with a redstone comparator as well, by which it can emit a redstone signal depending on the number of items in the pot. For example, if 4 items were in the pot, it can emit a redstone signal of 4. This next update is the snowy update, and updates the snowy and ice biomes. These biomes now consist of new mobs which are penguins, and these peaceful creatures can spawn in huddles. These cute little guys can actually grant nearby players a regeneration effect, as long as there are at least 4 penguins in a close vicinity. Penguins will naturally hunt fish and eat them. You can actually breed penguins as well if you give them fish, and like in real life, they will keep an egg by its feet where it will eventually hatch. When baby penguins turn into an adult, they can have a chance to drop a penguin feather, which can be brewed with awkward potions to create a potion of sliding. This slippery effect gives you the effect of sliding, like as if all blocks were made out of ice. Other features that have also been added in is a new block called thin ice, which will appear in icy rivers or oceans, where that if you step on it, the block will break and you will fall through it. But there are some other new blocks which can be used for building called ice bricks and snow bricks. Snow bricks can be made if 4 snow blocks are put into a crafting table, and ice bricks can be made if 4 ice is put into a crafting table. Both of these blocks can be made into stairs, slabs, and walls. The plains update is next, and this update adds some new features to the plains biome, but all while keeping it, well, plain. A new tree with a new type of wood has been added into the plains called the walnut tree, and this new type of wood can be used and crafted into anything a vanilla type wood can. The walnut tree will also occasionally drop walnuts, which can be eaten, but they can also be used for something else. The walnut can be fed to a new mob called the squirrel, and when done so, the peaceful creature will start to trust the player. This will then make the squirrel pick up any type of dropped sapling and plant them nearby. If they are trusting towards the player, they can also be bred with honeycomb. Our final update in today's video is the Lush Caves biome. This update introduces a couple of more features to the biome by adding a couple of blocks which may spawn within them. Surface moss can now be found on some blocks in the Lush Caves biome, and this can also be crafted when you put a mossy block into crafting. This can be placed up to 3 times onto one side of a block to give it more detail. Moss carpet can now be stacked on top of each other 8 times before turning into a moss block. You can also use shears on flowering azalea bushes to obtain an azalea flower, which is a pretty decoration. Some other things are that azalea trees that spawn in the overworld now have their own log. There also has a chance for a flowering azalea log to be part of an azalea tree. Both of these sets of wood can be used like any other vanilla type wood to give a really nice and natural feel to any build. That's it from me today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. There is some extra information regarding configs and compatibility in the description of their CurseForge page as well, so make sure to go and check that out. I'm open to any suggestions for ideas for showcases, so let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you all in the next video.